So, dear children, today we are going to discuss the new chapter, that is water. So, water, a precious resource. Why we call it precious resource? Because we can't think our life without water, right? So that's why we call it precious resource, because we cannot think about our life without water. That's why this slogan is mentioned here. Jal hai to kal hai. If water is there, then the tomorrow will be there. If you have water, you can think of the future. If without water, we can't think about the future. We know that existence of life exists on the earth. This is possible due to natural resources. Natural resources are what? Natural resources means any component of earth. You must understand the meaning of natural resources. Any component of earth or environment which can be utilized by human beings you can say, to fulfill their needs. Right, is known as natural resource. Right. Now, natural resources, also called earth resources, as they are obtained from the various parts of the earth. Right. So, on the basis of some categories, natural resources can be classified into two categories. I would like to tell you two categories for natural resources. So, what are these? We are discussing about natural resources. Its types. Right? Generally, we can divide it into inexhaustible. Inexhaustible natural resources and exhaustible natural resources. Inexhaustible means which are available in large quantity. These are available in large quantity. Right? And are not going to end. In the near future. That they will not finish in the near future. Right? So, example we can write for inexhaustible air. Air is not going to finish. Right? Sunlight. So, these are present in huge amount. Exhaustible is just opposite to that. These are present in or available in small quantity, whereas it is present in large quantity, available in small quantity. Right? And can be finished. If they are used in uncontrolled manner. That means we will not have any control on these, then they will finish. So, example, what we can say, example of exhaustible natural resources, that are fossil fuels like petrol, diesel. So these are exhaustible natural resources, right? So inexhaustible natural resources, some are can be replenished, right? I'm talking about inexhaustible natural resources. They can be replenished within a reasonable time, right? And are called renewable natural resources, which can be regenerated. Renewable. These are non-renewable because they cannot be. Because petrol and diesel take billions of years in their formation, right? Now in our chapter, we are going to discuss about water. So water is a very precious resource. 22nd of March is celebrated as a World Water Day. World Water Day, 22nd March, right? So children are making the posters on this day, and generally we can also aware the people about this. We should not waste water because water is very, very important. We should not waste water because without water we can't think about our life. Very interesting thing is that the amount of water recommended by the United Nations for drinking, washing, cooking, and maintaining proper hygiene is a minimum of 50 liters per person per day. Right? This amount is about 2.5 bucket of water per person per day. Now you just think about it, that how much water you are using per day. 2.5 bucket of water per person per day. Right? If you are using that much amount or even lesser than that much amount, that means you are very much aware about the consumption of water, right? Because millions of people in our country do not get enough water, right? In some places, there is an acute shortage of water. Taps running dry, long queues for water. You might have seen in the news. Fights, marches, and protests for demand of water have become a common sight, a very common picture you can see. So why all this happening? Because they all are suffering from shortage of water. Shortage of water, when it does it occur? When we are using excess of water. So you can see here, we are living in such a good state that we are having the appropriate water. But if we will keep on using and wasting the water unnecessarily, then one day we will also face the same problem, and the person or the people of the Punjab will also have to stand in the queues to get water. Right? So you might have seen the news in the newspaper that this state is not getting that much of water. There is a drought. Right? If I talk about the Himachals, that is HP, there is a lot of rain, even landslides are occurring. But there are some places where even not a single drop of water is available to drink. Right? Year 2003 was observed as the International Year of Fresh Water to make people aware of this dwindling natural resource. Many people think that while brushing, they are just keeping the tap on. Water is running. Right? And when washing the car unnecessarily, this is wastage of water. Right? So we discuss why water is getting scarce. We must know how much water is available for use on our planet. We know that if we are using a lot of water every day, but how we can conserve it, that is our responsibility. But before discussion of this, let's understand that how much water is available to us. This is the picture of the Earth taken from the space. You can see this picture, right? We all are aware about that. The picture of Earth appears blue. Why it appears blue from the space? Because 71% of Earth's surface is covered with water, right? Therefore, our Earth is also known as watery planet. Watery planet, right? Now let's see that how much how much the water is available to us. 71% water is not fit for drinking because it's available in the seas and oceans, ice caps, groundwater, atmosphere, all have been considered in this. If I'm saying 71%, so these all are considered. Now, if we talk about, you can see in the figure, here is the bucket, medium sized bucket, fill up with water. It contains about 20 liters of water. Now, this one is representing the amount of water, all the water present on the earth. That is 71%, which I am talking about. Right? Now, take a teaspoon of about 5-liter capacity and transfer 100 spoons of water from bucket to small containers, bath mug. This represents the total fresh water on the earth. Now from the bath mug, transfer this 30 spoons of water to a glass. This gives a measure of usable water present as groundwater, right? Now you can also take out 1/4 spoonful of water from the mug. It represents all the water present in lakes and rivers of the world. So the water left in the bucket represent the saline water present in the seas, oceans, partly as groundwater. It is not fit for human use. And the water left in the bath mug represent the water which is present in the frozen form of glaciers, ice cap, permanent snow. Again, not available readily. Right? So Bujo wondered about the alarmingly small quantity of water available for our use. Paheli quickly calculated and found that this means about roughly 0.06% of all water found on Earth. Actual amount of water available for use. Very, very less amount of water. Right? And almost you can say that 0.8% water is fit for human consumption. Right? So that's why we always getting these kind of demands. Don't waste water, always conserve water. Yes, anyone want to ask anything, you can raise your hand. You can unmute yourself and we can discuss out the points. Yes, bache?
No doubt, sir.
Sir, no doubt. No doubt, sir.
No doubt, sir.